Hello, I'm Jared Sanchez. I'm the instructor at Fox Valley Tai Chi, and I teach a non-lineage Tai Chi beginners class in the Dundee area. And I'm here today to just give you some of the basic concepts that I teach to all my students in all my classes that will help you in all of your Tai Chi practice as well as your everyday life. So today's video is about meditation. What is it? How to do it? What are the benefits? I'll start with the benefits, some of the benefits at least. One is that it helps quiet down all the activity up here in that front part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, where we have all that analytical, overthinking, over-anxietous, type activity that happens all the time. And we're so focused on all the activity that happens in this part of the brain. Well, in meditation, we start to quiet down those parts of the brain so other deeper, more complex parts of the brain can start to activate and build connections between one another. So we go from a sort of center laser-like focused consciousness to a more diffused, more expanded type of consciousness. The effects are great on your nervous system, just giving your brain a little quiet time, even for just a few minutes out of your day. That helps lower your cortisol stress hormone levels, helps relax your body, all kinds of different things. Meditation isn't always, the golden path and roses. Sometimes it brings things up from deep within us, things about ourselves perhaps that we don't like, or that are shocking or traumatic. But in meditation, we learn the basic technique that allows us to be present with anything that comes through our consciousness while we practice. For the most part, meditation is very difficult, but very simple. And even if you're not doing meditation right, if you're not doing it correctly, you're a beginner and you're making mistakes, little bits of effort make huge differences in the long run. So don't worry about getting it right. Don't worry about when you sit down and meditate, you just end up thinking about everything. Don't worry about all that. You just follow the basic technique. You keep it very simple and you keep coming back. That's the key. You keep coming back. So each time you get a little bit better. You get a little bit more aware. Okay? So how to meditate? It starts with breathing. So if you haven't seen my first video on breathing, I encourage you to go back and check that out and practice the basic breathing technique, because we're not going to go over it here. But it's suffice to say, we're breathing down here in the belly. So anytime that you're going to meditate, whether you're standing, whether you're sitting, or even laying down, you want to start breathing consciously down here. Okay? Filling in the belly, relaxing, breathing out, feeling the energy just go down. Start relaxing the body, okay? If your mind is overactive and you're trying to meditate, that's fine. Focus on your breathing. Start letting your mind follow the pattern of your breathing, okay? Start using that overactive mind for good use inside your body. Becoming more aware, activating more of that mind-body connection feeling, that relaxation response. So that's the first thing. Pay attention to how you're breathing. Become conscious and start breathing down here into the dantian. The second thing, and is probably the most important thing for a beginner to learn besides how to breathe, is making the distinction in your mind, in your own consciousness, between thoughts and you thinking about any of those thoughts. So the difference between thoughts and thinking. So thoughts go through your mind all the time. You can't stop it. You don't even create it. Your body creates it. The universe creates it. Your environment creates it. Okay? While you're sleeping, you're still dreaming. The mind is still going. You're not doing that intentionally. So thoughts are like a river that are always flowing through your consciousness, okay? Metaphorically, symbolically. And this river, we're not trying to stop it. I tried to meditate once when I was about 16, 17, and I thought you had to stop all activity in your mind. And I tried to do that, and I had the opposite effect. It was like a rubber band effect. I had a panic attack. Mind was racing. Didn't like that. So I learned years later, we don't have to stop all the activity in the mind. It's impossible. It's like trying to stop a river with just your arms. It's not going to work. What we want to stop, and what we do have control over, even if at first we don't have much control, is how much we think about those thoughts. So whatever you're doing right now, if you're going to follow along with this video right now, assuming, whether you're standing or whether you're sitting, you can do this in a chair. You just start to breathe, okay? Nice, slow and low. And you're going inside. You're starting to feel your body, okay? So you might have all this stuff going on in your mind otherwise, but you're starting to direct the attention inside. Breathing in here, breathing out and feeling relaxation go down your whole body. So you start there. And now if you are standing like me, it's not exactly the easiest way to start. So I do recommend you sit down. Maybe I should, but I didn't plan on it. So I'm going to stand. But imagine you're sitting. And you just let your legs go, you let your arms go. But you want your back to stay straight. If you're standing, it's naturally going to stay straight. You want your posture to be good, okay? But you want to let go of tensions. If you're standing, maybe you're watching this, you're in line somewhere, or you're at a doctor's office and you're just sick of sitting all day, so you've been, whatever you're doing, just start letting your mind go. Just start breathing, breathe in, breathe out and down, breathe in, breathe out and down. Feel that wave of relaxation go through your body. Just like that, in and out, very simple. And you're breathing in, breathe out. As you do this, you're going to notice your mind wandering. If you're watching me and you're focusing more on me, you're going to be thinking about me or whatever's around me or things that remind you of something in the surroundings, in the scenery. You're going to have all kinds of different thoughts. So notice that and let it go. A lot of times in meditation, we close our eyes. Very good idea. Some meditation, we keep the eyes open a little bit. Let go of your thinking. That's the key. You're becoming still with your body. Your mind is very aware. This isn't a time to go to sleep. This isn't a time to daydream. This isn't a time to plan your shopping list or think about, what you're going to make for dinner. This isn't a time for any of that. When you meditate, all you have time for is being there. That's it. Breathing. Feel your breath. Notice it. Become aware. And as thoughts start to become more loud in your mind, this rush sometimes of thoughts that may arise, doesn't matter. Let it go. Something comes up in your consciousness. It's very emotional, very engaging. Something that just gets your anger spinning or your excitation. And the other opposite ends. Either way, anything that really grabs your attention and gets you going thinking about it, you let that go. Does not matter what it is. When you're meditating, that is it. That's it. Nothing else is important enough to be a part of that practice. So, let's say you're sitting, you're breathing, you're letting go of thinking, things start popping up more and more. You find yourself thinking about them more and more. You get tired, you get burnt out. That's fine. As a beginner meditation, you might only be able to do it for 30 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, really. You try for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, right? You start to feel like you're just working too hard to do it. Take a break. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up. And if you're in meditation and you find yourself thinking and you're like, oh, I'm thinking again. And then you start reprimanding yourself. You start saying, oh man, you just can't do anything right. Man, you don't even know how to follow simple directions. Hey, look, you're thinking again. So let it go. You don't have time to judge yourself in meditation. You don't have time to say, oh, you're doing this wrong again. All you have time to say is, oh, I am thinking again. Let it go. Return to the breathing. You can keep your mind focused just on the Dantian. To keep it a more Taoist practice, just focus on the Dantian. Breathe in here, breathe out here. Put your mind here, your awareness, feeling what's here. And just do that. Very simple. The whole point is to become quiet and to become the witness to your own mind. And some would say it's not your mind. You didn't create all those thoughts. Who did? That's for another video. So that is the basic meditative technique. It's separating, knowing the difference between your thoughts and your thinking of those thoughts, and then letting it go, letting go of thinking. So really it's 3 parts: breathing, distinguishing thoughts from thinking, and letting go of thinking. Very simple. You can do this anywhere, but as a beginner, it's better to practice when you have fewer distractions around you, although distractions during meditation are a good thing. Some would say, well, you don't want to be distracted while you're meditating. Oh, no, that's fine. Because if you're meditating and something is happening in the other room, say there's TV going on or children playing or something, but you're there to meditate, that's great training. Because you're going to find yourself thinking about those sounds. Oh, Price is Right is on. That's thinking. Let it go. As long as the kids aren't making a mess, right? Or getting hurt. But you get the point, though. Meditation is very simple. Breathe, distinguish thoughts from thinking, and let go of thinking. It's that easy, and it's that difficult. You can spend your whole life mastering it. But there's no point. Just do what you can. Start from where you are. I think that's it for the basic meditative technique. How this applies in Tai Chi, well, usually we start by doing what's called standing meditation, where we hold our bodies in various positions, maybe up higher or in different Tai Chi positions. So maybe we'd even take something like this. You hold the position, you build your strength in your legs and your body, you build your relaxation in your upper body, and you learn to let go of thinking. And then you go from the stillness meditation to moving meditation. So then as you do your Tai Chi form, this is at a higher level of Tai Chi, you're actually meditating while you perform the movement. When you move, you're focusing on your entire body, the internal feeling, where all the connections are, where all the energy is happening. You're not thinking about what's around you. You're not thinking about what you're going to do after practice. You're not going to think about something somebody said before practice. So Tai Chi becomes a moving meditation. By starting with a simple, basic technique that I just taught you, it becomes applied in the movement, the choreography. So that's where we get that concept of moving meditation. Even when you don't have a firm grasp of this meditative technique, you start to learn the movements, you'll realize there's so many things going on. To learn it, you don't have room for anything else in your consciousness at that time. So sort of sneaking through the back door, de facto way of learning the meditative technique through Tai Chi is just to learn the form from somebody and all the various body mechanics that come along with just doing one movement. I mean, there's so much going on, and it might look simple on the outside, but there's very specific kinds of ways that you have to use your body in Tai Chi. And it's very counterintuitive to how we normally move, and that's another video. We can get into silk reeling movement and all that. So long story short, take this practice home. You're probably already home. Practice it daily. Practice your breathing and practice your meditating. Even for just 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes a day, okay? Try and build up to 5 minutes a day. If you can get to 5 minutes a day of being able to sit and just doing that work of constantly becoming aware of thinking and letting it go. Become aware that you're thinking again, let it go. Become aware of thinking again, let it go. You can just do that for 5 minutes. That's great. That's going to have a real good long-term impact on your consciousness, your mental health, your ability to get through hard times. So I think that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Do what you can to practice this as much as you can and spread the knowledge. And I'm losing focus on what to say. So with that, I'm going to leave you with a bow. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.